If you're a San Francisco 49er fan, you probably already want to get the stench out of last year from your mouth. Your quarterback, Jimmy Garoppolo, is back. You would think that this kid's the future. You know, the 49ers are in a rebuilding process. Kyle Shanahan, your coach there. You have confidence in this coach. I think this is a good coach. But I think this is kind of a year where you have make or break. John Lynch, Kyle Shanahan, how much leeway are they going to be getting from the fans now with your quarterback back? You know, and it's like with the additions that this team made, they do have playoff expectations. So, is that feasible in making into the playoffs? You know, Garoppolo has been out. You kind of, you know, you gotta first see what he's capable. Do you really know? You've seen what he did in New England, but hasn't really been able to get to, due to injuries, been able to show anything for the 49ers. But you know, the 49ers in this offseason, they've been trying to add core pieces to the roster, right? First 2 years, seemed like for 49ers, it was like short-term options. Not this time. Core pieces that you want over the long term, which is, you know, an important step in the rebuild process. 3 Pro Bowlers you added. This on dominant edge rusher, D Ford, in a trade with the Chiefs. Linebacker Alexander in free agency. You know, one of the weakest links from past several seasons. Picking up another edge rusher in Bosa with the number 2 pick in April's draft. Offensively, you're giving Garoppolo weapons now. Deebo Samuel, Jalen Hurd, second and third round draft picks. Tevin Coleman, right there, of the Atlanta Falcons, was added, running back. So, you've done a lot to kind of add to the core and heighten up the expectations for this team. I think a strength, when you look at it, is the offense, particularly the running back. Major strength. Undrafted free agent in Matt Breida. Impressive, nearly 1,100 total yards at a clip of 6 yards per touch as a sophomore last season. You know, 49ers added Coleman to the mix after he nearly tallied 3,000 total yards, 26 touchdowns in his final 3 seasons with the Falcons. McKinnon, you wonder if he has continued injury issues, if he could resolve that. Missed all of his first season with the 49ers to a torn ACL. And recently, you know, just suffered a setback. Even with that, your combination of Coleman, Breida, I think are going to be considered solid. Defensive side of the ball, the front 7, Bosa, D Ford, you're looking at elite level pass rush capabilities. Buckner, you team them up with Buckner, he's going to form they're forming one of the best defensive line trios, period. Question marks. They're less than last year, but you still have some question marks. 49ers cornerback position. Besides Sherman, who else are your corners? Now, what you hope and what you cross your fingers that you don't see is Garoppolo. Garoppolo coming back from injury, and where Garoppolo fails to kind of prove his worth as a decent starter in the NFL. You cross your fingers. Injuries play a part, but especially with this team last year, it really played a part. You crossed your fingers that once again, injuries do not plague this team, which contributes to another 4 to 6 win season. So, best case, I think it's very possible where you could see 10 wins in a playoff spot. Very possible. Hope all is well. Look forward to speaking to you guys very, very soon.